do 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 hey. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? It's Saturday, February 1st, 2025. We're at the Bitcoin block height of 881,870. And today's Bitcoin price, as of this recording, is 100,460. And for $1, guys, $1, you can get yourself 996 Satoshis. And yes, I said it, for $1. My goodness, guys, welcome back to another episode of Satoshi Saturday, the official Satoshi Saturday. And I want to take a look at the mempool again. Hold on, man. What am I missing here? Look at this. Hold on, let me make myself a little smaller. The Bitcoin block height of 881,869 has one transaction. Wow. What in the heck happened? I know whoever mined that spider pool's got to be mad. But anyways, crazy. Let me know in the comments what happened, because I've been out of the loop. And also, we have very, very low fees. 1, and 3. Sats per V-byte, respectfully. Wow, that's crazy. But anyways, as you can see from the title, Satoshi Saturday, episode number 51, Don't Disappoint Your Future Self. Now, that's a play on words for the do something today that your future self will thank you for. That's kind of like kind of reverse engineering it and looking from a point of, if, in 10 years, what is your future self going to look back on? Are they going to be happy with you, disappointed with you? I don't know, but we're going to get into it. But what I want to do today is I want to react to a video that Jor from 88 Sats Radio made. I believe it was yesterday he made it. I think it was yesterday, yeah. Jor's, you guys know him. He's from Canada. He's my doppelganger, my Bitcoin doppelganger. And we think a lot alike. And he made a great video. And it was called "The Clock is Ticking on Bitcoin." And I wanted to react to that and give you my commentary through it. So without further ado, let's get on into this video.
So what I wanted to show here today was the show's called Make Hay While the Sun Shines. And what I want to get across with this very brief spreadsheet I'm going to show is the difference in the price at 100,000 versus, let's say, 1 million. And I really don't think we're too far away from 1 million. It could be a couple months, it could be a couple years, but either way, I just want to add some urgency here to everybody who's trying to get as much Bitcoin as they can right now. I want to add some urgency into that, because again, everybody kind of cheers for the price to go up because they want their net worth to go up. Everybody cheers for like a strategic Bitcoin reserve by the US.
I don't, Jor. I don't cheer at all. Not at all. I don't want it. If it happens, it happens, but I'm definitely not cheering for it, not looking forward to it, because again, I want to stack more sats.
I think we need to be careful for what we're cheering on here and the implications of it for us and others who are at kind of our social level, but also for I just want to show you, because when people think about the price, I'll just show you here. It's probably easier that way. So let's say that somebody had, I don't want to say like somebody has an investment to make here. I want to make this more like everyday life. So let's say you go to work, you do a job for somebody and you get $500. So we're going to use 500 as kind of the benchmark here. This is something that, whether it's a day of work that you do a big job for somebody, or whether it's a week where $500 is kind of your after tax, after expenses take home, which I think would be pretty high for a lot of people. But anyway.
Wow. Yeah, if anybody has $500 extra a week, you're doing pretty well. Let me know in the comment section if that's you. That's definitely not me.
Let's look at $500 that you got. So let's say the price of Bitcoin is 105 today. So that's what you get here. So this is you got $500. You go to, again, you either do a job for somebody, you get paid $500, you want to convert that into Bitcoin, or you work for the week, you pay your expenses, you pay your taxes, everything, and you got $500 left over, you want to buy some Bitcoin. So that's essentially your time and energy here that you're wanting to store it in a better battery, which is Bitcoin. This is kind of the implications of the price running up here. So at $105,000 Bitcoin, you get 476,000 sats. When the price jumps up to 150,000, that same work that you did, exact same work you did, now only gets you 330,000 sats.
Wow. That's a big difference, especially when it's the same amount of money. And again, this is what I'm talking about with these Satoshis, man. It ain't about the Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin is just an abstract name. It's the marketing name. It's all about the Satoshis. And right now, like I said, you can get 900 something, almost 1,000 for a dollar. But when the price just goes up, and it's not even up that much, only 45,000. I know I was saying only 45,000, but that's a lot less SaaS than it was before, especially with the same amount of money. That's crazy.
Price jumps up to 250,000. That exact same work, same effort, same everything, now gets you 200,000 sats.
Yeah, 250,000 per Bitcoin per dollar. That'll get you 400 Satoshis. Okay, you get 400 Satoshis for a dollar. And again, right now you're getting basically 1,000. So, yeah, guys, I'm not a mathematician here, but there's nothing different in between the two except the price went up. You still got the 500 or the 100 or whatever. 500 is just an arbitrary number, obviously, but you can make 500. By the way, you can work hard and work extra and stuff like that. I work really, really hard, and I'm sure all you guys do. But again, as the price goes up, you're getting less for your dollar, and that's why you got to work harder for what it is. And again, when I was trying to get 100,000 Satoshis in 2022, I would just literally roll out of bed and I would just buy it for $23, $24. And today, 100,000 Satoshis cost me about $102. So again, it's the same amount of Satoshis, but you got to work a lot more for it.
Bitcoin jumps up again to 500,000. We're on a bull run here. That exact same work week or job that you did for somebody that once made you 476,000 sats now gets you only 100,000 sats. What about 1 million? All of a sudden, nothing crazy either. Just the normal Bitcoin cycle, normal Bitcoin bull run. We hit $1 million Bitcoin. That exact same work that you did now gets you 50,000 sats.
For those of you in the back, that's not good at math like me. That's 100 Satoshis for a dollar, right? So right now you're getting 10x that right now, right? Because that's a 10x price, right? 100,000 to 1 million is 10x. So you're going to get 10x less for each dollar. And again, Bitcoin is a different animal because you don't have to buy a bunch and this, that, and the third. That's why I always say how many sats you can get for $1. That's so important. Even you can buy 10 cents. You can buy 10 cents right today and get 100 Satoshis. That will cost you the same 100 Satoshis will cost you $1 in the future when it hits $1 million. And Bitcoin, again, is a different animal. You can buy tiny, tiny fractions of it, almost like a penny stock almost, even less, even fractions of a penny when it comes to Satoshi. So yeah, 1 million price Bitcoin, you're only going to get 100 Satoshis for $1.
And just for shits and gigs, let's say a couple of years from now, you're doing the same job, same work. You get your $500 paycheck, but this time the price of Bitcoin is now 10 million. You get 5,000 sats for that. So what I'm trying to tell people here, and that's the reason I titled the show here, Make Hay While the Sun is Shining.
Yeah, make hay while the sun is shining. Now, I didn't watch this whole episode, but I'm pretty sure I think I know what he means by this. That's not a saying I'm familiar with, but basically it's a twofold thing for me. One is the price is low right now, right? The price is low. That's number one. But number two, to reverse engineer it, the youngest self is today. You're never going to be this young again. So you can only work as hard as you are young as you are. Because again, as you get older, work becomes a lot more harder because that's why we have to retire when we get to a certain age because we slow down and we're older, right? Like I'm 50 years old today. I have energy. I'm pretty good, but I don't have the same energy when I was 40 or 30. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So when he's saying that saying, I think what he means is work hard while you're young, and at the same time, while the sun is shining and the Bitcoin price is low, take advantage of it today and don't wait till tomorrow.
Because we're all kind of cheering for the price to go up here, but I want people to really understand the implications of this that this is going to have on us and the average person. And and I'm not saying that anybody, I'm not using the example of somebody has $10,000 to invest in something. I'm using the example of you go to work, whatever you take home from that job that you're doing or the contract work that you're doing, you're just going to keep getting less and less sats in a significant way. Like, look at this. I mean, 10 million is a little bit, that might be in the next cycle. So let's get that one out of here for now. Let's keep this simple. But maybe let's do 2 million. Because I do think that a normal Bitcoin cycle this time around will get to $2 million Bitcoin. So over these next couple of years, this is just what's, could happen. I'm not saying this will, but it could, very, very well could happen. So again, your average, whatever you're doing for work right now to earn money, whatever value you're adding to the world right now, that you do a job that's going to get you 476,000 sats today. And at the end of the cycle, if Bitcoin does what we kind of expect it to this cycle, that exact same energy and effort is going to get you 25,000 sats. So I'm not going to tell you like to not cheer on the price of Bitcoin. I'm just telling you, like, do as much as you can here over these next couple of years. Like, really commit to this.
Exactly. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Work harder today because you can't work harder tomorrow. And tomorrow's not promised, but I have a 10-year plan right now. I'll explain that here in a minute. But again, your future self in 10 years is going to look back and say what to you? What's he going to say? So again, you just got to work your butt off, man, and try to get as many Satoshis as you can. Again, you can get 1,000 Satoshis for $1. That's just going to be unbelievable in the future. It really is.
Because when this thing starts running away, that's it. That's why I said once the strategic Bitcoin reserve is announced, I want everybody to take a screenshot of your Bitcoin balance, because it is not going to change much after that.
Exactly. And the reason he's saying that is because obviously your stack is going to be worth a lot more, but again, it's going to move up incrementally, even if you're putting in double the amount, the same or double, because again, you're getting so much less Satoshis than you are today. You know what I mean? So if you got a goal to hit, man, don't just take this price for granted. You know what I mean? If you want to get to 1 million Satoshis today, it's $1,000, right? But at $1 million Satoshi, it's going to be $10,000. How much more harder is it going to be to get $1,000 today than it is going to be $10 million in the future? I think it's going to be a lot harder.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's $500 too. That's a very that's your average person that they're buying, and they're going to go from getting 476,000 sats for that energy and effort to 25,000 sats for the exact same job. It's just that Bitcoin is now much more expensive. You can get way less Bitcoin for it. So do as much as you can here. Do as much as you possibly can, because if you go to work today and you convert that into Bitcoin, you're going to get paid much more than going to the exact same job in a year from now in real terms. And that's what I want people to focus on here, is the real terms and how things are being measured right now. So take advantage of this time in history for one, and just work your ass off for the next little while, because when this thing starts running and when this strategic reserve is announced, it's over. Any ability that you had to make a real dent in Bitcoin is over.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. When I saw that video, because this is what I was going to talk about today, I said, I got to include that video. Because he's absolutely right. You got to work your ass off right now, man. Seriously, because this time window that we have is never coming back, as far as getting the Satoshis that you can get today. And also, you're never going to be this young again. I was mentioning earlier that I have a 10-year plan. I do. I just turned 50 a few days ago, about a week or so ago, 10 days ago or whatever. And now I'm thinking about my whole 50s, right? Because again, by the time January 2035 happens, because we're in the gold rush right now, we're in the Bitcoin gold rush, we will be approximately January 2035. We will be mined at 99% mined of all Bitcoin. So all Bitcoins that will ever be mined will be mined all the way up until, for the next 10 years, will be at 99%. So the next 106 years after that, from 2035 to 2140, I guess that's 105 years. Only 1% will be mined. And I'm not saying it'll be too late. You can still buy this and the third, but I'm going hard right now while I'm still quote unquote young, relatively speaking, because the 50-year-old version of myself is definitely going to be younger than the 60-year-old version. So whatever age you're at today, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but this is what I'm doing for the 10-year plan. And I'm going to be working my butt off, because a lot of these jobs that we have today are probably not even going to be here because of computers and AIs and stuff like that. I know DoorDash is not going to be here forever. They're going to have automated cars probably in the next few years, and I might have to do something else. But while I'm quote unquote young and the price is low, I'm going to do something today that my future self will thank me for. So when my future self looks at me, I don't want to disappoint them. So your future self is here, right? What do you say at your age today about the person that you were 10 years ago? Are you happy or sad with that person? Seriously. Me personally, in the last 10 years, I'd give myself a C. And the only reason is because the last 4 years I got Bitcoin. Without Bitcoin, I probably would have gave myself a D or a F, because I was still in the fiat terms. But I want to give myself, my 60-year-old version self, I want to give my Jerry in the 50s an A+. So you have to think about that guy in the future, right? Because you want him to be smarter, stronger, everything, more wealthier with Satoshis, learn about Bitcoin, study it as much as you can, right? Because the future's on its way, guys. It's not stopping. We're sliding across this timeline, and nothing's going to stop this train. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And again, guys, I say this in every video. I'm talking about your future self, obviously, but I'm going to talk about your family for a second. You don't want to disappoint them either. You really don't. I don't think most of you will, to be honest with you, but don't ever look back and say, I should have stacked harder, or I should have learned harder, I should have worked harder. Don't do that. Put everything you can in today so that your family will never have anything to worry about again. And I know 10 years seems like a long time, but trust me, 2015 wasn't that long ago. That's when Donald Trump became wanted to be president. That was not that long ago, guys. So these months and years go by like this. This is 2 cycles and a half of Bitcoin. You know why you know it and why you're ahead of everybody. Because again, once we hit $1 million and the SBR gets passed, because that's what's going to happen. Once the strategic Bitcoin reserve gets passed and we start buying Bitcoin like madmen with BlackRock and all these other guys and Michael Saylor and all these other companies coming, it's going to be very, very quick. You know what they say, gradually then suddenly. It's going to be so fast. So again, do not disappoint yourself, and most importantly, do not disappoint your family, because I'm telling you, if you do everything you need to do over these next 10 years, study and stack the hardest you can, I'm telling you this right now, not only will you be a legend in your family, but they'll be building statues of you in the future. I promise you that. This is going to be the most sought out money in the world. People are going to be working for it, trading for it, giving up everything for it. So if that's the case, and you guys know that already, do you and your family a favor, and please, guys, stack Satoshi today, guys, so you and your family don't have to work for those exact same Satoshis tomorrow. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love, guys.